Hello and welcome to the program The Eagle. The Eagle is a weekly program produced by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC to inform and educate the public about the activities of the Commission.
Section 6, subsection P of the EFCC Establishment Act vested in its powers to carry out and sustain rigorous public enlightenment campaign against economic and financial crimes within and outside Nigeria.
My name is Aisha Gambari. A very good evening to you.
And I am Aisha Muhammad. Thank you for joining us.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
As the war against corruption waxes stronger in Nigeria, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC has been commended for its pivotal role in the present administration's efforts to curb corruption in Nigeria. This commendation was given when the acting chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, received the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN, in his office in Abuja.
And in his bid to remove the clog in the discharge of the statutory duties of his agency, Acting Director General of Bureau of Public Enterprises BPE, Vincent Apotere, has sought the support of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC.
Also on the Eagle today, acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has called on the management of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, to undertake a study tour of the Commission's activities in the fight against corruption.
Please stay with us as we take another break. The program continues shortly. Don't go away.
My name is Alhaji Lai Mohammed. I am the Minister of Information and Culture. My message to Nigerians is that we should treat corruption the same way we treat cancer. In other words, we should wage war against corruption. If we do not wage war against corruption, we will lose everything. We will not be able to develop, we will not be able to provide for the people, we will not be able to secure our country.
We begin today with the visit of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN, to the acting chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Magu. The AGF during the visit commended the efforts of the Commission in curbing corruption in Nigeria. The report is presented by Rolake Odofi. Jolayemi.
Malami, who was on his first visit to the EFCC since his assumption of office as AGF, expressed delight with the way the agency is taking the bulls by the horn in the war against corruption. He acknowledged the strategic role of the EFCC to the success of the war against corruption, which, according to him, is one of the cardinal focuses of Buhari's administration. According to him, the government is not unaware of the Commission's needs, and he gave assurance of the government's preparedness to meet its identified challenges for optimal performance.
I am delighted first because I am happy with what you are doing in terms of corruption fighting. I have made it a point of duty to visit EFCC among all other parastatals that are under the watch of the Office of the Honorable Attorney General. Your functions, your duties, your responsibilities hold the key the success of this administration. And I want to tell you that this administration is not only happy with what you are doing, but is indeed committed to making provision in respect of whatever needs that becomes necessary, whatever issue, whatever has to be addressed to ensure the success of what you are doing. The administration is committed to it, and no stone will definitely be left unturned as far as making things easy for you to operate are concerned.
The AGF promised that those things required for the smooth running of the Commission's operations will definitely be provided. He also assured the Commission of the cooperation of his office towards ensuring that justice is done to all corruption cases.
The priority of the government is on the issue of fighting corruption, and will take the front burner as far as that fight is concerned. I am here this afternoon fundamentally to confirm and reiterate to you that we are birds of the same feathers, and our spirit and minds and body works together as far as the fight against corruption is concerned.
Receiving the August visitor, the acting chairman EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, thanked the AGF for the visit and called for more support and cooperation, as the war against corruption cannot be fought and won alone by the Commission. Magu presented the trophy won by the Commission's football club, FC Abuja, at the finals of the FCT Challenge Cup to the AGF.
It is our duty to also show you that the EFCC team was able to win the Challenge Cup of the FCT.
The AGF was later conducted round the facilities at EFCC head office. One of the facilities inspected was the forensic lab. Thereafter, Magu led the AGF along with other members of the Commission's management team to its permanent site along Airport Road, Abuja. Still on courtesy visits, the acting director of the Bureau of Public Enterprises, BPE, Vincent Akpotare, has sought the support of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, in his bid to remove the clog in the discharge of the Bureau's statutory duties. Speaking at the office of the acting chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, Akpotare further expressed the need to re-establish and deepen the existing relationship between the BPE and the Commission.
Over the years, crimes of money laundering and other white-collar crimes have become preponderant. And we feel that for us to take our first steps and take the right steps, there's a need to reestablish and deepen the relationship we have with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. And that is why we're here.
Akpotare, who said the visit was aimed at enhancing BPE's core values of transparency, integrity, accountability, commitment, and diligence to work, further stated that there was a need to entrench a better synergy towards rebuilding the desired trust in the generality of Nigerians. The BPE boss also proposed occasional workshops where professionals from both the EFCC and BPE could be holding talks as part of efforts towards providing solutions to the challenges facing the two bodies. In his response, Magu reassured the team that the Commission would partner with BPE in the areas of training and workshop. He restated the Commission's gratitude to the Bureau for assistance rendered to the agency during her formative years.
We are willing to work, and I think the good relationship should continue. We will continue to deepen the synergy. If there are areas we will cooperate, we will set up the desk officer. We are ready to partner with you in the areas of training, retraining, or the workshop. We have facilities. Yes. We have the EFCC Academy. It's always open, and so we are prepared to work with you.
The age-long relationship between the two organizations is dated back to 2003, when the Commission, upon its establishment, started operating from the premises of the BPE. Rolake Odofin Cholaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Cheers! What is it?
Please, keep to yourself. Chief Urabo, I got a telephone call. Anytime I close my eyes, yes, I see dead people chasing me in my sleep.
My Jehovah Magadam.
Chief, can Is it possible for someone to become restless just because of his past? Nevertheless, unless you kill somebody dead, then the spirit will be haunted you. Was you all contractors? I embezzled all the money for the roads that are now death traps, killing people every day. I approved the supplies of fake drugs on pipe and water. I embezzled the money at the fear chief. You are supposed to fear a special man that the people of EFCC are chasing people who are doing to trouble other people's money. EFCC, as soon as they capture them, straight to prison. Jail. Life are not just about acquire wealth, making money. When other people they didn't die of hunger and neglect. Be careful. EFCC and watch.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Welcome back. Next on the program is an update on court cases. As the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC arraigned 5 staff of the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA, before Justice Kweomi Babs of the Federal High Court in Lagos. The report.
The accused persons who were docked on 21-count charge of conspiracy, forgery and money laundering are Ibrahim Abdul Salam, Managing Director of the agency, Nnamdi Udo, former Managing Director, still at large, Adegorite Olumuyiwa, General Manager Procurement, Agbolade Shegun, General Manager Finance, Clara Alichi, Director of Finance, Joy Ayodele Adegorite, Randville Investment Limited, and Molteng Travels and Tours Limited. The accused persons are alleged to have conspired and stole the sum of about 7 billion naira from NAMA. Troubles began for the accused persons after the Commission received a petition accusing some management staff of NAMA of engaging in acts of grand corruption. A team of operatives were assigned to investigate the matter, where it was discovered that the accused persons allegedly stole the said monies through fictitious procurement contracts, fictitious container clearing, and fraudulent cash advances. When the charge was read to them, the accused persons pleaded not guilty. In view of their plea, prosecuting counsel Rotimi Oyedepo asked the court for a trial date and to remand the accused persons in prison custody. However, counsel for the first accused person, O. Oshogun, pleaded with the court to remand his client in EFCC custody pending the hearing of his bail application. All other defense counsel aligned themselves with Oshogun in urging the court to remand their clients in the custody of the commission. In his response, Oyedepo told the court that the proper place to remand accused persons was prison custody. He further added that the detention facility of the commission was overstretched. Justice Babs upheld the submission of the prosecution and ordered the accused persons to be remanded in prison custody while adjourning the matter to April 12, 2016 for hearing of bail applications. At the resumed date, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission rearraigned the first defendant, Ibrahim Abdul Salam, alongside 11 others on an amended 24-count charge of conspiracy, forgery and money laundering. Their rearrangement was sequel to an amendment in the charge which now introduced 2 more individuals and 3 companies involved in the fraud. The newly introduced parties are Bola Akinribido, Sesebo Abiodun, Delosa Limited, Airsea Delivery Limited, and Sea Schedule System Limited. Justice Babs granted the accused persons bail in the sum of 20 million naira and 2 sureties in like sum. The sureties must be resident with a landed property within the jurisdiction of the court. The case was, however, adjourned to April 28th and 29th for trial. Still on court cases, the trial of the former head of service and chairman of the Presidential Committee on Financial Action Task Force, Stephen Orosanye, is progressing before Justice O.O. Goodluck of the FCT High Court sitting in Maitama, Abuja. Oronsanye is being prosecuted on a 2-count charge of abuse of office and obtaining by false pretense, preferred against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. It was alleged that, as the chairman of the committee, Oronsanye allegedly converted a total sum of 190 million naira belonging to the committee for personal use by fixing the said sum in his personal account in one of the new generation banks. At an earlier sitting on March 15, 2016, the EFCC presented its first witness, who is an operative of the EFCC. The witness, during his testimony, told the court how Oronsanye opened an account in Access Bank PLC in the name of the Presidential Committee on Financial Action Task Force, into which he received funds from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and converted the said sum by investing it in various fixed deposit accounts. After his testimony, the defense, represented by Joe Agi SAN, sought leave of the court to move his pending bail application and allow for an adjournment to continue cross-examination of the witness. Justice Goodluck granted the defendant bail in the sum of 10 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. Both sureties must be residents of FCT at the level of directors in the civil service or any government establishment, either serving or retired. The judge thereafter adjourned to April 13th and 14th, 2016 for continuation of trial. At the resumed hearing, the witness under cross-examination maintained that Oronsanye invested the funds of the committee in a fixed deposit account contrary to the circular issued by the Accountant General of the Federation, AGF, which only allowed government's idle funds to be invested in treasury bills. The EFCC also presented another witness, Olubunmi Ojoko, a staff of Access Bank PLC and account officer of the defendant, who gave a shocking revelation on how Oronsanye opened an account with Access Bank PLC in the name of Presidential Committee on Financial Action Task Force without a mandate from the AGF. Ojoko told the court that Oronsanye, in addition to investing the sum in a fixed deposit, made personal withdrawals at different times to the tune of over 33 million naira. She further stated that the defendant issued checks to several beneficiaries who withdrew from the account. After listening to the testimony, Defense Counsel Kanu Agabi SAN asked for adjournment till the next day. Justice Goodluck adjourned to April 14, 2016 for continuation of trial. At the resumed hearing, the former Secretary, Presidential Committee on Financial Action Task Force, Jalal Arabi, was called as the third prosecuting witness. Arabi, in his testimony, told the court that the only legitimate account of the committee was domiciled in Zenith Bank, PLC. Led in evidence by prosecuting counsel, Ofem Uket, he added that the beneficiaries of a total sum of 63 million naira in the Access Bank account were not members of the committee, neither did they perform any task for the committee or on its behalf. He further told the court that he only got to know about the existence of the Access Bank account in July 2015, when he was summoned by the EFCC to answer questions concerning it. It will be recalled that Olubunmi Ojoko, the second prosecution witness, and the staff of Access Bank told the court that Oronsanye issued checks to various beneficiaries to withdraw from the said Access Bank account. Justice Goodluck has fixed May 19th and 20th, 2016 for continuation of trial.
Thank you for staying tuned. The program is The Eagle, coming to you from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. You too can be part of this program by joining us at Official EFCC across all the social media platforms. Moving on, Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has called on the management of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, to undertake a study of the Commission's activities in the fight against corruption. Magu said this when the Commission received participants of the Policy, Strategy and Leadership course facilitated by NIPS at the EFCC Academy, Karu, Abuja. Golden Agu has the report.
The AFCC board stated that to appreciate the operations, impacts, as well as projections of the Commission, NIPS will need more than a brief engagement with the AFCC. Magu, who spoke through the Director of Public Affairs, Ositanwaja, expressed pleasure over the group's choice of the Commission for the visit and study. He added that he is confident that the participants will gain considerable value at the end of the engagement. In his vote of thanks, the head of NIPS Consult, Asipita Omar, lauded the EFCC for its sustained war against corruption and economic crimes. While thanking the EFCC chair, he also expressed his optimism that further avenues for engagement will be explored with the Commission. One of the highlights of the tour was an interactive session where participants who were drawn from the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Veterinary Institute, Lagos State Government, National Television Authority, NTA, Nigeria Police Force, NPF, the Federal Ministry of Finance, among others, gained a better understanding of the operations of the Commission. Among the resource persons from the EFCC who gave insights into the Commission's operations are Head, Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering, SCOMO, Bamanga Bello, and Head, Economic Governance Unit of the Operations Department, Bello Yahaya. In another development, operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have arrested the duo of Abbas Atahiru and Mohammed Sufiano for offences bordering on impersonation and obtaining by false pretense. Atahiru and Sufiano's arrest followed a complaint by a would-be victim who hinted the EFCC that the suspects, claiming to be staff of the commission, informed him of a petition purportedly written against him. The complainant said the suspects promised to give him a soft landing, provided he was ready to part with some money. Suspecting a foul play, the complainant contacted the commission and he was asked to play along as the EFCC does not solicit for nor accept payments or gratification from persons or organizations under any guise to settle matters. The suspects were apprehended at the complainant's home after collecting the sum of 100,000 naira, which was part of their agreed fee to kill the case. They will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. Golden Ago, reporting for the Eagle.
Thank you, Golden, for that report. Aisha, yes, Aisha, I find it very hard to understand why these impersonators have the guts to do what they do. How can you possibly think of impersonating an official of an agency like the EFCC when you know well that you will definitely be fished out?
I have been wondering about that too, Aisha. It's shocking. And these are the type of people who give the commission a bad name. The public should be aware that the EFCC does not solicit for money before doing its job. If anyone approaches you with a demand for money to help you with any case before the commission, please report such entities to any of the commission's offices nearest to you.
And in addition to that, you can send an email to info@efccnigeria.org or inbox us via our social media platforms at official EFCC. And for the impersonators, Aisha, I think, yes, they should desist from such acts because it is only a matter of time before the law catches up with them. A word is enough otherwise.
We will take another short break and the program continues shortly. Don't go away.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Welcome back. This is where we draw the curtain on this week's edition of the program. But before we finally call it a day, here is a reminder of our top stories. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN, has commended the efforts of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for its pivotal role in the present administration's effort to curb corruption in Nigeria.
And the trial of the former head of service and chairman of the Presidential Committee on Financial Action Task Force, Stephen Orosanya, is progressing before Justice O.O. Goodluck of the FCT High Court sitting in Maitama, Abuja.
That's it on the program this week. Please don't forget to drop your comments via our social media portals at official EFCC across all the social media platforms. My name is Aisha Gambari. Thank you for watching and God bless Nigeria.
And I am Aisha Mohammed. See you same time next week for another edition of the program. Have a good evening.